What's going on, guys? It's Zero bringing another Black Ops 2 gameplay commentary. This time we're playing Free For All on Express, and I'm not going to comment too much about the video today. I wanted to talk about something that's been affecting both my personal and professional life lately, and that is honesty. Now, the old cliched saying, honesty is the best policy. I realize that in 100% of cases that's not true, that there are some exceptions to that. An example of a time when I would lie would be, if my girlfriend says, does this dress make me look fat? The famous trap question. Does this dress or do these pants make me look fat? I mean, who in their right mind is honestly going to say, oh yeah, you look horrible in those? Or in a different situation, who's going to say, no, it's not the dress that makes you look fat, it's your fat ass that makes you look fat. You wouldn't have that girlfriend for too long, more than likely. Another time when I think it's acceptable to lie is if somebody has like a terminal illness. Like, I'll share a personal story with you. I was adopted when I was very young by my grandmother, and she developed a brain tumor when I was around 17 years old, somewhere around there. And it got to the point where when I would get home from, I would go to school and then I would go to work and then I would get home, and she would think that I was either her father or that I was my father who had died of cancer previously. The first couple times it happened, I told her, no, Mom, I'm not your dad. He's been dead for several decades now. Or, no, Mom, and I called her Mom because she adopted me when I was little. I'm like, no, Mom, I'm not your son. He died of cancer 5 years ago. And then I had to listen to her cry herself to sleep. And, after a couple times of that, I don't care if you have a heart made of stone, that's going to affect you. So I would just go along after that. I would tell her that, her mom's still at work. She'd be home later to tuck her in. Or I would tell her that, my dad is a mechanic, and I would just say, well, Mom, I can't talk right now. I'm extremely tired. We've had a bunch of cars come into the shop today that I had to take care of. So, I just did that to spare her the heartache, because she would be upset and cry for about an hour, and then she wouldn't remember it. So why would I take something like that and just cause somebody unnecessary emotional pain for an hour? So in a situation like that, I felt it was completely justified to lie. But generally, honesty is the best policy. I've got a rule with my friends and my girlfriend, and all of them know it, that if you don't want the honest answer to a question, then don't ask me that question. Because if I am asked a direct question, then I will answer it honestly. And I realize I just contradicted myself a little bit there by saying, you shouldn't answer the, does this make me look fat question. But, I'm the type of person that if my girlfriend asks me, does this dress make me look fat? If it does, I'll tell her, yeah, that makes your hips look huge. And it seems like that would hurt her feelings, but she's the type of person who, and thank God I'm extremely lucky for this, actually wants to know the answer and appreciates honesty when she asks a question like that. Now, a lot of times that will cause problems in your relationships. Most people, especially when people ask you for advice, when people say, hey man, let me get your advice, what they're secretly saying is, hey, I'm really hoping that you'll tell me what I already think. Or I'm really hoping that you'll tell me exactly what I want to hear. People don't want honest advice. People want confirmation of what they're already thinking. And I realize that's a general statement. And, obviously not all general statements are true. There are exceptions to every statement, exceptions to every rule. But for the most part, that's the case. People want to hear what they've already decided in their head. They just want somebody else to validate that decision that they made. That's just human nature, I guess. We don't like to admit that we're wrong. We want to be right all the time. And that's another thing, people. If you're wrong about something, then please just admit that you're wrong and move on. For one, nobody likes somebody who, continually defends an incorrect position after it's been proven wrong. That just makes you look like a gigantic douche. So if you're wrong, just say, oh, hey, I was wrong, and then, move on. I actually really don't mind being wrong, because if I'm wrong, then that means I get a chance to learn something that day. Just like Neil deGrasse Tyson said, make it a goal to learn something new every day. So constantly be learning and just admit that you're wrong. It's a bigger man will admit that he's wrong than somebody who will continually defend a position that they know is incorrect. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the gameplay here for a minute. I'm on a 25 streak now. If I remember correctly here, my heart was pounding pretty hard. There's 26. Now, I go up here because these two corridors leading up to these bridges seem to be hotspots on this map. So I'm constantly checking back and forth, trying to find my next few kills, thinking, oh man, I could have this one. I think I might actually have this one. But watch the mini-map here. Okay, I see somebody coming this way. I take him out. There's another red dot behind that one, but I come up here to take this guy out, and then I should have been ready for that guy there because I saw his dot on the map, and that was just a stupid boneheaded play of mine. I knew he was coming, and when he died, I wish I had done this as a live comm, because when he died, I actually said, oh man, I deserve that death. I'm such an idiot. Why wasn't I ready for him to be there when I knew he was there? So that's all for this one, guys. Until next time, this is Zero saying, I'll catch you on the flip side.